guys, it's Nana Foxy Mama 365. Have you subscribed? Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to like and share. Yeah, we're back again with the Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 5 and the reunion part 2. Now, before I get into the reunion, I wanted to say a few things about the week and Pastor Jamal Bryant responding. So pretty much, I really didn't do anything about it. I know people were like, oh, are you going to talk about it? And I'm like, you know what? When it comes to the thing of the church, quite frankly, I like to leave it alone, okay? Let God deal with his people. You know, but I had a few things to say. There's a reason why Giselle told you to just keep quiet, pretty much. Because everything he said was... left us with more questions than answers. The two main questions that needed to be answered were: one, did you and Giselle plot all of that relationship just to be on the show to keep her check going? Everything he said responded, nothing answered that. One. Two, while you were in this alleged, oh, this is allegedly, of course, alleged relationship with Giselle, were you also frolicking with another female pastor who's been trying to spread all kinds of rumors and stuff about you? You didn't answer that. So pretty much, whether you have the cash register or the till or whatever it is you had, pretty much didn't answer our questions. Yeah, so we were left... I really wish he had taken Giselle's advice and kept mute. That cash register, we didn't really need it. We didn't need all those coins, quite frankly. Yeah, you could have kept all of that, because what you just did was open Pandora's box for people to, like, a lot of stuff we had heard before. Giselle had said, cheater, pumpkin eater, and all of that. But a lot of us really didn't know the nitty-gritty details as to... I actually even thought the cheatation happened during... You know, I didn't know if some of it had happened before. You know, so pretty much... No, you know what? For when a man or anybody has so much dirt, mud, you know, like... You really pretty much should have kept all that stuff to yourself. And trying to sling Chris... Chris has always stood by his wife. Chris has never had any kind of infidelity, at least that we know of, right? You know, so he's always been with his wife. So, nah. Trying to make him out to be the angry black man and all of that, bruh, you should have kept that to yourself. You know, it just didn't go down well. And trying to portray your daughters, like, to be daddy's girls, and, you know, like... And then, of course, and you were also throwing all this subliminal. You were throwing all these subs, saying your father or your ex-father-in-law is 83 and all of that. And we're looking at you like, bruh, you're a man of God. You do know, right? You don't need... Anyways, check it out, okay? It was just too much for me. Now, there's a reason why our parents told us that two wrongs can never make a right. Right here, with this Real Housewives of Potomac between Monique and Candace, is the reason why. Monique is wrong, Candace is wrong, and the two wrongs can never make a right. Period. Now, I wish Monique had taken this opportunity to reason higher. You know, like when they go low, you go high. But she just said, you know what, I don't care who threw what, when, how, you know, and all of that, and just, you know, this could have been a good time for Monique to have just apologized to Candace. However, she didn't. She kept going on and saying she was attacked. Now, Candace, of course, is still doing that. Oh, how she's so, she's going to take her time. She can't believe the lies that Monique, you know, is trying to perpetrate, that Monique physically attacked her first. So pretty much what Candace is saying is that the wine throwing didn't happen first before Monique reached out and grabbed her hair. Now, quite frankly, do I really want to go into all of who grabbed who and all of that? Okay, let's just do it. Pretty much what it seemed from the footage that we have seen, Candace was doing all that talking and talking smack. And Monique had said, and of course they had been, do you want me to drag you? Do you want me to to drag you and all of that. And she was saying, and of course there was the, what are you going to do? You know, what are you going to do? And that pretty much was what led to Monique feeling, get your hand out of my face, go away, girl. You know, and she's like, good night, good night. And after that, Monique saw red and dragged Candice by the hair. Candice, I know, must have touched her, because we did see the clip of Candice putting a finger, but we also saw that Giselle also was trying to, you know, restrain Monique as well. Not trying to attack her, no, but trying to restrain her as well. However, Candice is upset at the fact that Monique is saying, oh, she threw a glass of wine in her face. No, I think all of that happened afterwards. But I have to always say again, Monique attacked or reached across to Candice first with that, do you want me to drag you, and touching her hair and flicking her hair. That was wrong. However, again, I would say, Monique, had that been Robin, had that been Wendy, you wouldn't have attacked that girl. You know, because even at your house, you could see, looking back, and you admitted to that, like you were already hyper and trying to, you know, get into some kind of fight. But, you know, you were trying to, because you were really upset about the Sherisi. I don't even think that if you had been one-on-one with Sherisi, that you would even have physically attacked Sherisi, because she'll probably be able to fight back, you know. But I'm sad that Candice still doesn't understand that her words are provocative, and Andy didn't call her out on it again. So we see Andy asking Monique, why didn't you, or why did you do that? Why aren't you remorseful? Why does it seem like, you haven't seen this girl, you've been looking forward to the reunion, and now you're here in front of her, one another, you haven't apologized to her. And Monique is like, yeah, because you know what, I'm not going to start crying, I'm not going to act and all of that. You know, like, I've dealt with these emotions. You guys did not see me do all of that. And that's true. We missed all of that because, you know what, most of the ladies didn't want to film with Monique. So that was kind of sad. Candice is obviously hurt. Why is Candice hurt? Hurt because pretty much she's embarrassed that the whole world saw her get her ass beat after she asked for her ass to be dragged and she got drugged. So, like, I don't know why Candice... I totally agree with Giselle saying that you can't tell someone when to feel and how to, you know, deal with their emotions and all of that. I get that. However, it would be nice for Candice to understand and look at it from how we are seeing it. Take, for instance, through the show, Monique didn't say anything to you, pretty much. But you kept baiting at her. You kept throwing stuff at her. And you kept attacking and saying things to her and trying to get her to respond. And she never really responded. And you don't see that all of those things are provocative. So that's why it keeps on building to the point that when you guys now are, you know, something that might not even, that shouldn't be anything serious, but because you have been provoking this person for so long, it now turns into a serious situation. I am disappointed that Monique didn't take the opportunity, again, I'm going to say, to just say, you know what, girl, this is not what I want my children to see. This is not what I want my children. I mean, even if I don't care who threw what first, who, like, how it happened and why it happened, the truth of the matter is that we are friends and it should never have gotten this far. Point blank, period. So now let's go back to Jamal and Giselle. So Giselle is having to explain, okay, that this is Jamal and what, how come is he being in, you know, is there any infidelity between him and her, you know? And she's kind of saying she doesn't, like, they had a history, oh, and she's bad at communicating, and we're like, what does that have to do with anything? Candice is now asking that, okay, but if you do find out that throughout you guys are into this relationship, if you do find out that he's been unfaithful to you, what are you going to do? Are you going to leave him? She's like, well, it should probably be a conversation. I don't even know how she explains it, but you can tell that this relationship was really not a relationship, you know. And like I've said before, I just don't understand it. We don't see it, but if she likes it, we love it, okay? Good luck, Giselle. So of course, Karen also trying to say, Giselle, I'm your friend, I'm here for you, and nope, you ain't here for me, bitch. You ain't my friend. I think at this point, and I'm glad for this. I'm glad for this because from season 1 to season 4, Karen has always thought Giselle was my friend, and you've seen them sit down many times to try and talk things over, you know, and Giselle has always been kind of sneaky and always said so many things behind her back, whether it's regards to her sex life, her relationship with Ray, her perfume line, her wig, everything that Karen has done, Giselle has always thrown shade at it. So finally, I think this season, Karen has realized, you know what, Giselle ain't my friend. There is really no points to be gained by holding back. You know, I might as well just, you know, grab this bull by the horn and, you know, hit her hard. So Karen is like, you know what, I'm still your friend. I'm here for you. And Giselle's like, no way, bitch. Oh, the thirst is real. The thirst is real. Moving right along, Ashley and Michael and what's been going on with them. Ashley is once again trying to explain Michael's infidelity, and I'm kind of sad because she's actually pregnant for his second child, and it doesn't seem like Michael is going to stop being, you know, a cheater, pumpkin eater. However, she's going to explain it that, oh, he's making an effort, he's trying, now that they have the beautiful family, he's with Dean and all, and he's going to, but she says that there is no longer a prenup, so that means she's going to probably be entitled to half of his money right now. But she probably wants to try and get a post-nup, which is probably a good idea, so that there's some kind of settlement and it's not like going to go. Because Michael has enough money to just, you know, keep it in the courts and never really get to pay anything and all of that. And Ashley has 2 kids and she's just, I don't know. But it's kind of sad. And of course, she's still saying that Michael didn't sleep with the girl. Ashley girl, it did happen. Because he paid her. They were in the hotel room together. Why did he take off his clothes? He was so drunk, but he took off his clothes. Like, come on, like, stop being a child. Like, obviously, I get it. Nobody wants to believe it, but it is what it is. And then Ashley now reveals to us that, ooh, she also has had some kind of infidelity or situation of her own. And she goes on to tell us that while they were separated, you know, there was like 2 or 3 years ago, they were contemplating getting a divorce and she moved out of the house. She says that at that point, she had something going on. And all the ladies are like, oh. And I'm wondering why Ashley, but it's okay. It's good. She's like saying it out so that, you know, before somebody sprays you with your dirt, you're spraying yourself down. Yeah, good for you, girl. Get it out there so none of the ladies can use it against you. So Ashley has told us that, yeah, she's had some kind of indiscretions in the past when she was separated from Michael, and however he has forgiven her. So because of that, she wants to forgive him. But I'm wondering, how many times are you going to forgive him? Michael is not here today to defend himself, which is kind of good. And of course, they talk about the fact that there's still there's footage from a whole 4 or 5 years, the very first season, in which Michael was actually seen grabbing the butt of a producer and the guy flinched. And of course, she's saying, oh, it didn't really happen. Oh no, she said that happened, fair enough. But with the other cameraman who had the whole situation last year, that didn't happen because Michael wasn't close to the man. So Michael wouldn't do that. And I'm like, Ashley girl, it did happen. So stop. Just stop it with the lies. We're adults, and you need to come to terms with it. It might be an Aussie thing. It might not be a sexual thing. I don't know. I don't know. You tell me. However, it's going on, and Michael needs to stop. It's not appropriate, you know. Especially when you're that high up, it just needs to stop. Moving on. Karen and Ray. Yeah, Karen and Ray, they get to asking Karen about who really is Karen. And Karen is saying, yeah, 5 years in, she's evolving. And we're like, girl, bye. Karen, you ain't evolving that shit. You know who you are. And it is just that I think she's trying to explain it that now her parents have passed. That has kind of, you know, let her open up and be free. Because she was kind of conscious of her parents watching the show and trying to like hide, and of course Andy ain't buying it. Andy's like, girl, we're trying to find out where you lived, we're trying to find out about Ray's situation, and you didn't give us nothing. So how come all of a sudden now you're willing to give us all this information and tell us, oh, you're showing up about your relationship and you and Ray not being in a good place and you feeling hurt? And of course Giselle is happy to say, yeah, you know, you were really hurt about the situation and you were ashamed of it, or because it's going to be on camera. And Karen said, no, she was really hurt about the situation. And indeed, I believe Karen was really hurt about Ray not being able to say the 3 words of I love you in front of camera. And it was his way of protesting and saying, girl, I know that now you're the breadwinner, you're doing everything for your career and all of that, but you still have to make time for me. So Andy's definitely not buying it that Karen has not known that all this while she has been kind of hiding who she really was. So we hope to see more of we really hope to see more of Karen. I really am enjoying Karen this season. I like how open she's been about her relationship. Even talking about, I know obviously she lets a lot of stuff out when she's drunk or when she's drinking with the girls, talking about having to have helped Ray out with his finances and all of that and getting the check back. Even though she says she's laughing about it, to be nice, but she's not expecting that any check to come from Ray. He ain't got it, okay? The black Bill Gates ain't got it. Woo-hoo! Well, we like Karen the way she is. T'Challa got lost, and of course that's how Andy's getting into Monique and the situation with Candice. Now did T'Challa really get missing? You see Candice chiming in and trying to say, oh, it's not true, did he really, and I'm like, girl, shut the F up. Candice keeps inserting herself like a used tampon, or like an old like a tampon. Candice, just shut up. When you're not being asked questions, like, you still don't get it. You're still looking for your ass to get whooped. That's pretty much what it is. It's sad to watch. But anyways, Andy says it's really rare for the bird to come back. So I'm thinking, is it possible that Monique was so sad about the whole situation, and is it possible that her family member, when Chris got another bird for her? It's all possible anyways. But it is what it is. T'Challa is back, and she's the most popular bird, and yeah. No, none of the ladies like T'Challa, but yeah, he's back, okay, and he's going to be on the show to stay. Drag me Monique. Like I said earlier on, they were asking about the whole rumor with the trainer, Monique's trainer. Who really brought that rumor on the show? It was Giselle that said it. However, Giselle said about Monique possibly hanging out and sleeping with the trainer, but nothing was mentioned at that point about her son Chase being the child of the trainer. So 2 rumors. The first one was Monique sleeping with the trainer. Giselle did bring that up, but however, the other rumor, nothing was said about it. However, Monique is telling the story about how there was a meeting between Candice, Giselle, and who else was there? The Grand Dame wasn't there. Ashley wasn't there. So pretty much it was Candice, Giselle, and of course Robin. And they were thinking about a plot, and they were thinking about how we were going to bring this story up. And this story had been put out there by Gigi, allegedly a friend of Monique's, who they're no longer good friends. And Gigi was trying to get on the show. That's what Monique said. We do know that this was true because Candice in her life said yes, that there was such a meeting and that this was meant to be the storyline for the season. However, Candice wasn't a part of it. She didn't like it, that it was too messy because the child looked so much like Monique and Chris that it wasn't going to be possible. Now, of course, Andy's asking, but they didn't show that. They didn't, and I'm like, Andy, shut the fuck up. You did. You brought the first rumor up. The first rumor being that Monique and the trainer having something, and that was Giselle that said that. And Giselle even went on to say, oh yeah, her trainer, her sidekick, her some fuck buddy, something like that. And I'm like, yeah, that was brought up. However, the other part of the baby not being Chris's baby, that wasn't brought up. However, the ladies did discuss it. So Candice, so this is pretty much the whole, and of course this whole thing was being brought about also by Charisse. Charisse is an old cast member. So Monique is upset with Candice because they're trying to take us down memory lane as to what really happened and how they had a friendship, they were a sisterhood before, and now why they're no longer friends. They used to be friends until that rumor came up, and it was being perpetrated by Charisse as well. And Charisse is no longer on the stool, but allegedly Charisse is trying to get back on. However, they're saying that Candice is like, why are you so mad? I thought you guys were in a good place, you and Charisse, that is. So I invited her to my 1 year anniversary party. And Monique is like, yeah, but you should have given me a heads up. Why didn't you just let me know so I could have prepared myself mentally? And everybody's like, huh? Why do you need to prepare yourself mentally to be around Charisse? There was a birthday, I think Ashley's party, in which they were together and it didn't seem to be a problem. And Monique is saying, yeah, we literally didn't talk. You know, like, that's how bad it is. We just posed for the picture and that was it. So I feel Monique took it too far. But I think she really thought Candice was her friend, and Candice was trying to stab her by bringing Charisse on the show. And so pretty much from there, it just degenerated. So Monique is being questioned, and I think Andy went too far with the questioning on Monique, because he kept on saying to her, oh, why did you do this? Why didn't you react? Why? And I'm like, Andy, she's going to react however if Monique is not ready, or maybe she has done her healing and she's been through everything and we just didn't see it. People are different. But you can see Andy trying to pressure Monique as to why she did this and why she didn't do that and why she still went around to attack her. And Andy, we really, honestly, at this point, the fight has happened. We've let ladies move on from it, you know, revisiting it and revisiting it over and over again. I'm tired of this fight, okay? So Monique apologized to the lady, and they wanted to also know why she didn't apologize to Candice, but she called the ladies to apologize to the ladies. And she's saying, yeah, you know what, I'm glad that nobody got hurt. And I'm just, she was, I think at this point, Monique still hadn't, you know, she was still on 100. She was still ready to fight, you know, and it was just a crazy situation. But it is what it is. Next week, they're going to bring out the husbands, and we know Chris is going to be really piped up. Pastor Jamal said his church people should watch to see Chris fighting or trying to attack Giselle and Robin. We'll see. I don't know. It's going to get messier, and it's kind of sad. It's sad to see. It's entertaining for us, yeah, but it is sad to see. But it is what it is. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to share, be sure to like and subscribe. Then Atlanta.